Hello, everybody. Christwood here. How's everybody doing on this blizzard, snowy Christmas Eve day? I hope everybody is well. I hope everybody is safe. And I hope everybody is warm. I am just on here for a few minutes to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever, to whoever may be watching this, seeing this, and to say congratulations to Ontario, Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, Spencer Mills, 14716, was Napanee. Lennox and Addington was Napanee here, and now he is apparently in Aurelia. Anybody in Aurelia, you hear the name Spencer Mills, badge number 14716. Be very, very careful. He is a human trafficker. He is highly psychotic. He uses his badge, his position, and he is a human trafficker. He is guilty of many, many homicides. Conveniently, he murders people. He moves around, transfers to avoid arrest, lawsuits against himself and against O.P.P. I am a 3-year revenge retaliation victim of O.P.P for speaking of their crimes since 2019. Injured, tortured, skull split, false arrested, medically blacklisted, medical treatment refusals by criminal doctors at Lennox and Addington County General Hospital, Wayne Coveyduck Administration, Sarah Fiddler Administration, Paladin Security Guard, roughly 23 to 25 years old, approximately 3 to 500 pounds. Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, file falsifier, medical blacklister, and the one that assures crimes on victims are assured here in Napanee. She is the girlfriend to Stacy, mental health worker, who is a drug trafficker, human trafficker, and guilty of homicides. She was working at the Daily Tea Company here in Napanee, Lennox and Addington, mental health and addictions, and now she is in Kingston, has short blonde hair, or did. She left to further distance herself from the crimes that she is guilty of and to try to have deniability. There is Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Barton, who laughed in my face over being sodomized and then told me he would never do anything to help me in any way, shape, or form until I seen a psychiatrist. And I would still like to know what the fuck that is based on, because I have not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years. And so yeah, I would like to know what the hell you're basing that on. No psychological record or history either. And all of those lies against me need to be proven by the ones that cast them. Medically blacklisted, medical discriminations, treatment refusals, Barton laughing in my face over being sodomized because it was through O.P.P Staff Sergeant and Billy Wooldridge, their boss. Dr. Pritchard trying to have me committed for having it happen to me because of who it was done to and because I'm a man. Obviously, you get sodomized by the cops. It's obviously your fault, and you're the one that deserves, as the victim, to be put in a mental institution for it. Nice fucking going. You have triage nurses. Terry, he likes to lock people in room, attempt to lock people in room. He likes to try to cause fights with people, start fights, physical fist fights, calling people on. So the doctors there that cover their crimes that are sure that they get away with them. Right now, I've not had any feeling or stimulation in my damn head or my face in the last 3 months approximately. The whole right side of my head is completely and totally gone. My head is gone completely flat in the back, flatter. It goes flat, it goes round, it goes elongated, it's been shortened, it's been rounded. I am the victim of identity theft. I have prisoner tracking on me illegally. My mother was stalked criminally through one William Bill Wooldridge, my identity thief, who is highly psychotic, who is a wanted inmate sex offender, who O.P.P are protecting. He is also allegedly Hells Angels Ontario chapter leader captain, and O.P.P work for him. I have proven how they will go to protect him. He was going by the name William Bill Wooldridge. He lived at 34 Water Street here in Napanee. Now he lives at 149 Center Street North, approximately 72, 73 years old, glasses, bald, and did have a goatee. He believes that he and I were switched at birth. I am 50, and like I said, he's in his 70s. He believes that he is my dad. He is no relation to me in any way, shape, or form. But he believes that because of Spencer Mills and Stacy telling him that lie, knowing how psychotic and delusional he is. He is co-drug trafficker. He is also a child stalker for the ex-O.P.P chief or commander from back in 2019. He was stalking my mother. He was calling my mother mom, and he was using with Blair Hardy remote neuromonitoring on my mother, causing tumors, causing cancer, causing her death, and it was done with intent to murder her through that. And I will not be proven wrong. Right, Spencer Mills, right, Stacy, right, Blair Hardy, right, Billy Wooldridge. O.P.P that are human traffickers, human sex trade, slavery traffickers. They're guilty of kidnapping. They're guilty of putting illegal prisoner tracking on their victims, like I said, using remote neuromonitoring. They're buying and selling children. They're guilty of false arrest, financial thefts and frauds, welfare and disability thefts and frauds, insurance thefts and frauds, and they're guilty of homicides and attempted homicides. Spencer Mills 14716, ex-chief, like I said, or commander back 2019, staff sergeants years 2019 and 2021, Shannon Cork, Robert Can Fuck, Can Kill, Can Get Away With It, Money Badge Family Town Council Lucas, 100% right, Robert Kane, mental health worker Stacy, Lennoxton Addington Napanee Daily Tea Company, did have blonde hair, and she left to further distance herself from this crime and deniability, like I just got finished saying a minute ago. And then Shelley Hafner, who is guilty of arranging my kidnapping May 27, 2021, through a Judge Chappelle from Kingston. And that was done to shut me up. That was done, they got my blood and my piss that they stolen from me. 24 hours after me asking for help with what has taken place with me, with my identity theft and my injuring and brain injuring and everything else. There is Blair Hardy. He is a drug trafficker. He is a rapist. He is guilty of raping a woman named Olivia that is now dead from a drug overdose. He raped her. He attempted to rape her in this building, not this apartment, but this building where I live. And now she is dead from a drug overdose. He is the one that laces the drugs in Napanee through Robert Kane and one Spencer Mills, apparently now Aurelia, but they are lacing the drugs to cause murder for just that, to get rid of the addicts and to get rid of the junkies. And they're doing it that way to make it look like they just got bad drugs and they died from it. But it's being done with intent to murder. Isn't that right? They were also involved with Jack Clark's murder. They were using R&M on him, and Blair Hardy and Jason Van Alstyne were also with him 2 days prior to his death. They know exactly what was happened, and they were involved. Jason Van Alstyne and Blair Hardy. Tyler Lake, he is guilty of attempted murder. He is guilty of animal abuse. He is guilty of attempted murder on my dog, along with his girlfriend, Holly Carlisle. They are using remote neuromonitoring on my dog. They are passing it around, and as a result, my dog is now snorting and sounding like a damn pug dog. He snorts, he sneezes blood, and his face is now deformed. This is a fucking game with them. They are using this R&M. It's being used for invasive illegal surveillance, and this is how I am being broadcasted through. And this is how I am going through my identity theft and identity changes, and this is how I am being mentally fucked up. I've been going through this for 3.5 years for speaking of police crimes, the human homeless trafficking out of the Morning Star mission, and the homeless exploitation for monetary gain. I am the end of my bloodline. O.P.P, Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jason Van Alstyne, you are guilty of attempted murder, and you're guilty of murdering the entire Wood bloodline through me. Blair Hardy used to drive a white Mercedes. He is a co-drug trafficker as well with Spencer Mills, whether here or not, and Robert Kane. Conveniently, they are all untouchable and unarrestable, no matter what I have done to prove my identity theft and changes in crimes against me. I have not been able to do anything to get help in any way, shape, or form because who this is being done by, I am being watched 24/7 by these pieces of shit through the R&M on me. So they know exactly that I'm doing this, and they see me even sleeping. They use R&M on me while I am sleeping. Right, Jabin Alstein, right, little Tyler Lake. Like I said, once again, anything happens to my dog Runt, you are guilty of causing it. And it has been 3.5 years, but this is done. I have no feeling or stimulation. Time has been bought. Changes have been done to me. Damage internally has been done. So congratulations and Merry fucking Christmas. You got away 2 years ago with having my mother murdered, O.P.P. You're getting another Christmas homicide identity theft through your little bitch boy Blair Hardy, through Billy Wooldridge, through Tyler Lake, through Jabin Alstein. I'm being seriously broadcasted through, especially on my left side right here by Tyler Lake. My skull has been split. I have shown it and proven it. Even doctors called me a lie after showing it. So this is how O.P.P and everybody else are getting away with their crimes. And like I said, one way or another, Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, and Jabin Alstein, you will pay for this, and your homicides and damages to me can be proven while I am being prevented from help through criminal negligent doctors who deserve to be in handcuffs and deserve to be arrested and charged for criminal negligent felony homicides and aiding in O.P.P crimes and cover-ups. Along with O.P.P, the ones named deserve to be fired, arrested, charged, have their pensions taken, and they need to be locked up and put in jail. They are threats and dangers to society. They are guilty of domestic terrorism. They're guilty of splitting my skull, seriously brain injuring me, body mutilations while keeping me from help. This is how they traffic, this is how they frame, and this is how they murder their victims right here in Napanee. And they even got a justice of the peace to help aid them in their crimes and cover up and refuse arrest by making accusations on victims. Watch yourselves, watch your children, watch your parents and your finances. There is nothing I can do about this. I have proof of everything I have been trying to do to get arrested, and nothing. O.P.P here are still involved and friends with one Russell Williams as well, serial killer. Yes, they are involved with this piece of shit as well. Blair Hardy or Billy Wooldridge, the one known as Billy Wooldridge, there was a murder up in Toronto of a little black girl a little while ago, and Billy Wooldridge, those are his crimes. He murders, he stalks, and he fucks children. And those are his kind of crimes. And this piece of shit was in Toronto around that time, so he needs to be investigated and taken as a fucking thing. I am not going to be taken for you, Billy Wooldridge. I am not going to be taken for you, Blair Hardy or Tyler Lake or Javen Alstein. I'm not taking a fall for any fucking criminal. I have no criminal record or history except for when I was falsely charged to deflect the crimes against me, and also to get my pictures, my prints, my signatures, and everything you needed for this forgeries, framings, and frauds and identity theft against me. And that's why you kidnapped me, also to get my blood and piss, and I will not be proven wrong, right? Shelley Hafner, Spencer Mills, who showed up that day, and I had to beg not to be put in his car because his intent that day was to kill me, and I say that without any kind of paranoia. So, no matter what I have done to show and prove Chris Wood is dead, this is me, but it's not my image, and I've shown how much I've changed from this, and there is nothing I can do about it. So remember this, Napanee. Families of murdered and missing. It is the police, human trafficking. It is O.P.P. They're inmates, they're psych ward patients, and the ones that they feed drugs to while refusing arrest, lies, cover ups, and time buying, assuring their crimes, having doctors, having other cops, stalking, putting prisoner tracking on victims. I went out to the store earlier, and conveniently, even with it storming just as bad, as soon as I got to the corner of Center Street, who goes right by O.P.P. They just conveniently were out going by. I don't fucking believe that in any way, shape, or form. They knew I was out walking the streets. Once again, they see me 24/7, and I have prisoner tracking on me illegally. If Billy Wooldridge or any of these other cocksuckers could be arrested, all of this would be proven. I share any DNA with Billy Wooldridge, Tyler Lake, Javen Alstein, Blair Hardy, or anybody else other than my Wood bloodline or my brothers through my mother. You're all going to be seriously fucked, whether you think so or not. Be safe, everybody. Love all, hate none. And this is how my identity theft is done. Congratulations, Tyler Lake, Javen Alstein, Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy. After 3.5 fucking years, you psychotic pieces of shit fucking garbage and deforming me, injuring me, putting your piss and shit through me, knowing that I am not being, knowing I cannot go to a hospital or do anything about this to get help. So damage has been done, time has been bought, and my identity theft is done, and you will pay for it, you fucking garbage, whether you suck off cops or not. I'm 50 years old and I'm going through this because I spoke of police crimes, you fucking pieces of shit terrorists. You are guilty of slavery, you're guilty of pedophilia. You're nothing but fucking murderers hiding behind your badge, and O.P.P needs to be gone. They need to be completely and totally gone. They need to have new police here in town. If this is the way it's going to be, you're nothing but fucking terrorists. You need to have your pensions taken, you need to have your funds defunded, and you need to be arrested and put in prison. You're hiding behind your fucking badges, positions. I've proven your corruption and your obstructions. Be safe, everybody. This is how they traffic, frame, and murder. I am Chris Wood, and I'm an identity theft victim. Anything happens to me, it is O.P.P. fault. It is the doctors here, and they need to be arrested and charged for murder and attempted murder, because all of this could be proven if I could get a brainwave scan or an MRI or proof test proven to get help. A lot would be shown along with what I have physically proven with my fucking identity theft and change. So be safe, everybody. I have R&M on me, and I'm being treated like a damn puppet, and I guarantee I am not the only ones. Watch your children because they are using this shit on your children for invasive surveillance to watch them and then masturbating. Yes, they watch me shit, they watch me piss, they watch me 24/7. So be aware of this. They're a bunch of fucking sex offending pervert low-life pieces of shit and garbage. Be safe, everybody. You will be arrested. You will be charged Hardy Lake, Wittgenstein, and Billy Wooldridge, regardless of who you are or who you blow within the police, Hells Angels, and bandito pieces of shit, garbage, human trafficking, sex offending pieces of shit. Be safe, everybody. My identity theft is done. Blair Hardy, you're gonna be arrested. Tyler Lake, you're gonna be arrested. Jason Van Alstyne, you will be arrested. And Billy Wooldridge, you will be too. It won't be by O.P.P here in Napanee because you work with and for them. It has to be done by outside cops. But then again, Toronto is guilty of human trafficking. RCMP is guilty of human trafficking. CSIS is guilty of human trafficking. So, and I've asked for help from Kingston Police, and they pretty much told me to fuck off. You mentioned the name Spencer Mills to a lawyer or any O.P.P around here, and well, we can't help you. There's nothing we can do for you. There's nothing that we will do for you. It's because they know just exactly what will happen to them and their families and just how dangerous the cops are around here and what they're getting away with. So remember that, people. My brain's been seriously fucking injured. It's been split. Time has been bought. And the Wood bloodline is pretty much dead. You will pay for this, you fucking garbage, whether you suck O.P.P dick or not. Merry Christmas to you pieces of shit. And to everybody else that's not involved, I hope you do have a good holiday. Be safe. This is how they traffic frame, and this is how they murder, and this is how they lobotomize. They buy time to get out of arrest lawsuits and to frame innocent people who speak of their crimes. They even use false cops. By the way, there's two people in Napanee named Jones, same badge number. One has black hair, one has red hair, so they're bringing in cops from elsewhere. How to conveniently same name, same badge number, but look totally different. Okay, they're bringing in false cops as well to use here in Napanee. Beware of this, people. Split skulls, seriously injure victims, lie, buy time, and then deform them completely. Nice fucking going, you garbage.